Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday for the 29th of May 2024. It's currently actually about 9 p.m. on Tuesday night on the West Coast, 11 p.m. on the East Coast. Probably be Wednesday by the time I load this. First of all, remember there's never financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees the market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. All right, like the market's still strong. The US was closed last night for some sort of public holiday. Now, just quickly, the stocks last week, NVIDIA held in earnings, which is always a risk. I got to admit, the night before that, I didn't really sleep. Probably got an hour and a half of sleep. I even considered kind of selling everything during the night just so I could actually fall asleep. But we got lucky and it gapped up the next day on amazing earnings. NVIDIA really is leading the market at the moment. I mean, it has been for ages since it was breakout of this gigantic base back here. It's been one of those trades that you just need one of these a year, if you sit with it in parts and keep taking new signals as they set up. I just think I really believe that this is where it's at in trading, is just concentrating on the big, trying to concentrate on the big leaders of the market, the guys who are just smashing earnings and just leading the market higher. Okay. If NVIDIA starts dumping, the whole market's going to start dumping, right? And I just think if you're going to bet somewhere, you may as well bet where a lot of the odds are in your favor, right? So anyway, I know they're doing a stock split soon, so their price is about to fall a lot on that stock split. And usually stock splits are good things for stocks. If you look back through history, most stock splits pretty end out well. Look what happened with Tesla a few years back and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, I'm crapping on. Now, the other trade I was talking about last week, LLY, okay, it's just kind of getting started. Let's just touch base on that next week, see how she's going. And I took a loss on KGS. Okay, just as she's, that's the way she goes. Faked out, sucked me in, boom, loss. Now, just some quick scan. There are a few others, but I'm pretty sure that was pretty much it. They're the main ones anyway. The rest haven't really broken out. Just a few quick scans and a few quick setups, and then I'm going to piss off, okay? First of all, there's some good setups happening on weekly charts. So I just want to go to weekly charts and do a Frank's pattern scan. And there's two stocks I want to, actually there's four stocks I quickly want to talk about on this one. Okay, one is a stock I talked about last week, AKM, all right? And so here's like a long-term view, okay? And just, this is a weekly chart, obviously, and we're just setting up here. Now, it's a bit thin, and I know I'm anticipating that there's going to be a few people buying this breakout, and it's going to be pretty damn hard to get a fill. So you might find that there's some anxious people kind of pushing that breakout at some stage, and I might need to get in early is what I'm getting at here. But setups like this are pretty rare in the market right now. I tend to take them when I see them. Doesn't mean they all win, but shit you not, obviously, more win than lose. So AKM is one that I'm watching. Another one is, another one is a similar one, obviously, similar setup, I guess, from just looks of it, is PNC, a financial stock on the ASX. And this is also like incredibly illiquid. Let's just look at this on the daily chart. And it's pretty illiquid. Like today, it only did like 45K. Worth of trading. So, I'm going to leave this one alone for thin accounts, but I just like this weekly scan because it finds these big bases. And if you just look at PNC, a weekly chart, obviously it got dumped here. This is the COVID, I think, this dump in, and then it's done jack or since, okay, just cruising absolutely dead sideways. Put in this huge stage one base. It's got clear resistance there. If we start getting, getting all our moving averages out, it's doing everything that a base should do. Okay, these volume spikes down obviously aren't ideal if you're a believer in their distribution. I'm dubious that they are. Okay, I just think that just because you have a distribution looking day with a red candle and volume down, I just don't necessarily mean that's a bearish sign. There was someone buying and someone selling. Yeah, sellers are in control that day, but does that mean the sellers are any smarter than the buyers? I mean, I don't know. I mean, can anyone know? I doubt it. And so I call a little bit of bullshit sometimes on these one-off volume spikes. And big resistance up there. So I'm going to leave that one alone though. The other ones I just wanted to quickly talk about that just came up from interest's sake, just to quickly is I just wanted for interest is Santos. Okay, so Santos came up in this big, weekly Franks base scan. Okay, you can see I've been drawing lines on Santos for a while, but this thing really has been in a range since like January 2021. Right, we're talking 3.5 years of absolutely doing jack shit and just going sideways. Okay, now then we just look at the base, kind of breaking it down a little bit. It really has resistance up here at the 8.09 level. And I just think if we go to a daily chart of Santos and just flick our relative strength line on, okay, which is all going to get turned on if you're a member of Protrader on your system within 24 hours. You go to down here, momentum, press RS, bang, you have your relative strength line. And it's just the indicator that kind of Stan Weinstein and William O'Neill and all these famous guys, Mark Minervini, all of them use, and Protrader finally has it. I do believe it's incredibly simple and easy to use on our system, and compared to a lot of the other systems out there. Now, if we look at the RS line on Santos, it's 53. Okay, let's just flick to Woodside quickly and have a look at the RS line on Woodside. It's 22. Okay, and so the RS line, you don't need an RS line to know that, to see that Santos is holding up a lot better than Woodside, but it's not always that obvious. Okay, and I'm just using this as a way to explain that the RS rating line is incredibly good for determining where the relative strength is. In stocks within the same sectors, stocks and compared to the market as a whole, and all that sort of stuff. Okay. Anyway, Santos, I think it's interesting. If that just keeps in that base and explodes out of it, then it could be this is a long base. Okay, and it could be pretty significant. And it's obviously liquid and held in a lot of super funds, and all that sort of shit. Okay, so now another quick scan is I just want to go to the candle scan. I just want to do a scan for more than 4 inside bars on weekly data on the NASDAQ. Okay, the scan I do pretty often because it finds a lot of kind of really tight VCP, volume contraction pattern type bases. Here's just a little one. It's a tech stock BLKB on the NASDAQ, and if we look at this on a daily chart, okay, we've had this kind of nice volume injection and rally. We've had this day here, the gap down was actually earnings. They beat on profits, I think, but they just missed on revenues a little bit, but still growing pretty well. And now it's just formed, this ascending triangle here, okay? And so, whoops, it's got an arrow on it, but let's just get rid of it. There we go. And it's a pretty tight pattern. This down day here in volume, I think it's, I'm calling bullshit on that. It's got a big wick here, and I think that's probably more bullish and bearish. So anyway, that's a nice little tight setup on BLKB on the NASDAQ, which was found using that scan that I kind of doing pretty much every day now. And the last one I want to do is just looking at some crypto stocks that are setting up for those who like it. I'm not going to flick to crypto charts. I'm just going to stick to stocks. But and I want to show you guys the relative strength scan and why, one of the reasons I like it and what I'm using it for. So indicators and events, relative strength line above 80. Okay, then just literally I want to put a big filter on here. I've got these filters here for volume and price, and then scan. Okay. Then obviously all the results come up here, and you scroll through them all that sort of stuff, and check them all out. The one I'm looking at, and I think I talked about Coin last week, setting up in this base here, but is obviously Coinbase. Okay, has a relative strength line of 99. Okay, it's been smashing 99% of stocks in the overall index. Okay, over the last 12 months. So there's clear relative strength. This is a stock that is really outperforming most other stocks. It's in this big uptrend, okay, and all the moving averages kind of been coming together a bit lately, and it's been basing here, all right. And obviously Bitcoin's kind of up, not add on into all-time highs this second, but not far off it, and we have Coin breaking out of this base. I'm telling you, these things, it's going to be volatile as all hell, but they have all the hallmarks of going higher than most people think they will. And this is what the relative strength indicator is for. It's for finding dominant stocks that are absolutely just dominating the market. And these are ones that all these famous traders like Quick O'Malley, or however the hell you say his name, and Dan Zanger and Mark Minifini and William O'Neill and Stan Weinstein, this is all the same shit, right? They all do the same thing, and they concentrate on relative strength stocks. If you look at NVIDIA's relative strength, it's 98, okay? If you look at back at Coin, it was 99. All the leading stocks, especially in the US, but also in Australia, you just need to take into fact, obviously Australia has a lot of cheap stocks, which dilutes it a bit, but have dominant RS lines, okay? So Coin's a great setup. And look, this forum of Protrader is nearly ready to go. There's going to be so much information in here. For example, this is just a post which I've put up explaining what the hell a relative strength line is for those people who don't really understand it yet. I've got screenshots, all that sort of stuff explaining it and how to find it, how to use it. There's going to be just a wealth of knowledge in here, okay? If you're not a member yet, seriously think about it, guys. It's pretty bloody cheap for what you get. There's going to be exclusive videos in here, heaps of posts. I'm recruiting all sorts of amazing traders that I've known for decades and decades to join in on the fun. And that's launching next week. Catch you, everyone. Bye.